Y'all do not have souls. Y'all do not have souls. You are soulless. You are gutless. You are the absolute bottom of the barrel human beings that exist on this planet. And I'm just here to remind you of that. I'm just here to remind you of what terrible people you are. Have the day you deserve. Y'all do not have souls.
Assassination culture. Liberal acceptance of political violence puts Trump Musk in crosshairs. Remember, that was the rhetoric from the left for the longest time, that we're the party of empathy and compassion and love, brother. You gotta love each other. Love wins. And then they would call us the extremists. They would call us the ones with the hateful rhetoric. Well, it says here, liberal acceptance of political violence puts Trump and Musk in crosshairs. Let's see what this story has to say. Left-wing assassination culture is on the rise. A recent survey found that about half of liberal-leaning U.S. residents could justify the assassinations of President Trump and his government efficiency advisor Elon Musk. More than half of liberals say that destroying Tesla dealerships is acceptable. They also support Luigi Mangione, the 26-year-old man accused of gunning down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, according to the survey by the Network Contagion Research Institute. Is this any surprise, people? I mean, we've known for years that the left has totally lost it and have become the party of the extreme. And they always try to deflect on us and to project on us that we're actually extreme. But we're not the one vandalizing people's personal property, causing destruction, nor are we advocating for violence against the opposition. The Rutgers-based institute, in a brief release this week, said political violence targeting Mr. Trump and Mr. Musk is becoming increasingly normalized, and the left-leaning social media platform Blue Sky plays a significant part and predictive role in amplifying radical ideation. What's funny about this is that was the reasons they used for Parler. Like, they didn't allow Parler on the Apple Store because they said that, it had hate speech on there, and that's where all the right-wing extremists go. Is Blue Sky going to be taken down from the Apple Store? The researchers warned about the growing chance of real-world escalation unless political and cultural leaders condemn the pro-violence chatter. Well, we here on the right, we always condemn the violence. For the most part, like, of course, you're going to have always people on the fringe condoning it or being hateful and stuff. But for the most part, we condemn it. But the left, they do absolutely close to nothing to condemn it. Or they'll say they condemn it, but they don't really do anything to... Mr. Trump and Mr. Musk are deeply unpopular among those who identify as left of center or liberal. On Blue Sky, Trump critics post hateful commentary and memes labeling Mr. Trump as evil, a fascist, or a Nazi. Posts suggest using violence against Mr. Trump or Mr. Musk, the CEO of Tesla, and call for a Luigi to kill them or shoot up a Tesla dealership. I mean, you even have celebrities out there like Kyle Gass of Tenacious D, after the assassination attempt on Trump, for his birthday wish, said, "Don't miss Trump next time." This is a celebrity. There are people there to watch them perform their music. And you're telling thousands of people in attendance, don't miss Trump next time, as people cheer it? I know we always do the whataboutisms and imagine ifs, but it goes without saying, yeah, like, imagine if a right-wing celebrity were to come out and be like, unalive Joe Biden, or unalive Kamala Harris, or unalive AOC or Bernie Sanders or something like that. the left would be horrified and saying, oh my gosh, look at this violent rhetoric that the writer's spewing. Of course, them with their hate. But they're allowed to say anything they want about Donald Trump, Elon Musk, or their supporters. And it's escalating to, well, now they're allowed to do anything they want. Well, they've been feeling that way, but now it's actually being pointed out here. Mr. Musk has scoured the federal government to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse. He has helped slash billions of dollars in government spending and reduced the federal workforce by thousands of jobs through buyouts and layoffs. These actions have enraged many on the left who say critical jobs and programs are being eliminated. A person with the blue sky handle Trump Hater Dan posted a photo of Mr. Musk alongside an image of a guillotine this week. The same person posted last month that Mr. Musk needs a Luigi. Blue Sky poster Shell Bon Motz called for any Luigis out there that really hate Musk, Trump, all his cabinet picks, and the GOP in general. Researchers at the NCRI said time spent on Blue Sky was a significant predictor among those who justified violence against Mr. Trump and Mr. Musk. The data also showed a structured endorsement of political violence targeting the two men that is not on the fringes, but reflects an emergent assassination culture. Yeah, they keep bringing up Blue Sky, and obviously because that's the leftist like safe space. That's where they all ran to after Elon Musk bought Twitter and also became part of Trump's cabinet. That's where they all ran to. So obviously it's going to radicalize people more. But the thing is, though, too, is that it's not just limited to Blue Sky. You know, when you had the rhetoric from the mainstream media, again, painting Donald Trump out that he's a monster, well, that's going to radicalize people, too. I think that's why all these anti-Trumpers and lefties and liberals are so anti-Trump, is because they demonize Trump so much. The media does. And that's how you get Trump derangement syndrome. These people have this deranged view of Donald Trump that isn't based on reality. It's based on everything they've heard. And everything they've heard is the absolute worst things possible. Among those who identified as center-left, nearly 21% said the killing of Mr. Trump would be completely justified or nearly completely justified. 21%. More than 12% felt the same about the assassination of Mr. Musk. No more than half said that killing Mr. Trump or Mr. Musk would be completely unjustified. Violent sentiments against Mr. Trump and Mr. Musk, the researchers said, are grounded in far-left authoritarianism and then normalized it in online banter. I mean, obviously, we've been calling the left like the real authoritarians. Like, they want you to think in their way, and if you don't, then it's okay. It's justified to use force or violence or bullying in order to force you into thinking their way. And don't forget all the authoritarian things that they did during the C19 period also. In addition to Blue Sky, the social media platform Reddit is a source of pro-assassination chatter. Several Reddit groups are dedicated to supporting Mr. Mangione, who has been charged with first-degree murder in Mr. Johnson's death. Mr. Mangione is accused of fatally shooting Mr. Johnson in the back on the morning of December 4th outside a hotel in Midtown Manhattan. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi plans to seek the death penalty in the case. A Free Luigi Reddit group has 38,000 members, and a Luigi Mangione Justice page is followed by 14,000 Reddit users who debate whether he committed the crime. Whew. Yeah, you know, we've always joked around that Reddit is a hub for this stuff. The escalation in left-wing violent sentiment follows two assassination attempts on Mr. Trump, while protesters angry about Mr. Musk's Department of Government efficiency cuts have torched his Tesla dealerships and vandalized Tesla cars and cyber trucks. Thousands of protesters gathered in major cities over the weekend to protest government cuts and job reductions. In Washington, footage showed protesters carrying fake guillotines and throwing objects at images of Mr. Musk. Well, I wouldn't say the outrage, but remember when they would point out how we're violent because we remember they said that we wanted to hang Mike Pence because we were chanting and stuff, even though obviously we weren't going to try to carry out hanging of Mr. Pence. But we had like I don't know if it was a guillotine or a noose. Like people brought out little mini versions of it, and they're like, "Oh my God, they are so violent! Look at this extremist! Look at these extremists!" And meanwhile, they're carrying around fake guillotines and throwing objects at images of Mr. Musk. Meanwhile, they're throwing out Meanwhile, they're carrying around fake guillotines themselves. The FBI has launched a task force to investigate the fire bombings of Tesla dealerships and charging stations and the vandalism of Tesla cars. It labeled the acts as domestic terrorism. I mean, exactly, it is domestic terrorism. You're trying to instill fear into people, into promoting into thinking your way politically. You're using fear tactics to use it, and that's what terrorism is. A Blue Sky user recently wrote a tribute to Mr. Mangione. Oh my goodness. And the two would-be Trump assassins, Thomas Matthew Crooks, who was killed by Secret Service when he shot and hit Mr. Trump's ear at a July campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, and Ryan Wesley Ruth, who is charged with attempting to assassinate Mr. Trump with a semi-automatic rifle on his West Palm Beach golf course in September. Today I'm paying tribute to 3 great American patriots who care enough about you and I that they put their lives on the line to fight against the American oligarchy. These men are true martyrs of a just cause and deserve respect, wrote a person using the handle Mr. Blue Sky. This is wild. Ruth, a convicted felon, also tried to purchase a rocket-propelled grenade launcher to blow up Mr. Trump's campaign plane, prosecutors allege. The violence isn't limited to the United States. Vancouver police are investigating how a 2-pound rock smashed through the windshield of a Tesla last week, injuring a pregnant passenger. So this is even moving over to Canada. But Canada, this is one of the reasons why I'm not pro making Canada the 51st state. Yeah, it's great to joke around about, but really, I don't think I would be for it. It would just be like bringing in a bigger California. Police said they didn't know what caused it to hit the vehicle, but were investigating 28 incidents involving violent acts against Tesla cars, charging stations, and dealerships. The NCRI survey found that nearly 58% of left of center respondents said that destroying Tesla dealerships is partially acceptable. 58% partially acceptable. The survey, which included 1,264 responses, was weighted based on race, age, gender, education, and political party. Researchers said the study did not address sentiments among conservatives supporting assassinations focused on left-leaning figures, but overall, surveys about violence directed at political figures showed significantly more support from those identifying as Democrats. I mean, so this is a survey done basically showing us what we already figured out. We already know this stuff. We know that the left hate us, and they justify using violence against us because they really think they're being oppressed. And if you really think you're a victim and you're being oppressed, then obviously that justifies some kind of physical force and retaliation. Given the current economic volatility and institutional distrust, the online normalization of political violence may increasingly translate into offline action. Do you think? The researchers wrote. I mean, I think it's already happening, and it's been happening, but okay. Blue Sky did not respond to a request for comment on the study. Correction, the story has been updated to show the correct name of the Network Contagion Research Institute. Yeah, we already knew all this stuff, but it's nice to actually have a survey that confirms it. I already know lefties are already going to be denying this, saying, well, the sample size, it was only 1,200 people, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, stop gaslighting us and stop lying to us. We know you hate us. We know you hate us. And we think that you only disavow violence as like a formality. Like we think you just do it for optics, but we don't really believe that you're against using violence against us. I mean, check this out. Controversial healthcare ballot initiative named after alleged murderer Luigi Mangione. This is a ballot initiative. That they want to make this into law, and they want to call it the Luigi Mangione Act. It aims to prevent healthcare insurance companies from denying medical care to patients. So again, wanting to use government force into private companies. Not surprised that Democrats love this stuff. But naming it the Luigi Mangione Act, that's absolutely freaking insane. Even if I were to agree with the whole sentiment about the health insurance companies, I wouldn't vote for this because I'm not going to vote for an act named after a violent murder. But this is here in California, by the way. No surprise here. Wacko Democrats in California come up with wacko freaking acts. The Luigi Mangione Act, a newly proposed California ballot initiative controversially named after an alleged murderer, aims to prevent health insurance companies from denying medical care to patients. Retired litigator Paul Eisner has submitted the Luigi Mangione Access to Healthcare Act to the state attorney general's office, sparking both attention and criticism for its provocative title. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Now, this doesn't really necessarily have anything to do with Trump supporters or Elon supporters necessarily, but it just goes to show the wacko line of thinking that people are actually worshiping this man, Luigi Mangione. I mean, I just did a video where Taylor Lorenz made an ass out of herself on Piers Morgan, and she was defending Luigi Mangione, saying that, well, it's sad that we live in a country where they feel that only violence is the way to go. Again, more language of the unheard nonsense. Justifying violence, justifying murder, all because of my health insurance. So these Democrats and lefty lunatics, that's why I call them lefty lunatics, because they think violence is an acceptable form of answer. But yet, if someone were to like shoot someone in self-defense and actually be of self-defense, oh, no, that's wrong. They don't like actual self-defense. But it's as if the left and Democrats, they live in bizarro world. But now that we know about this study, and we have it to, now that we have this study, I mean, what's going to be done about it? Is the rhetoric going to calm down? You know, we're human beings, and you may disagree with us politically, but that's what it is. It's just political disagreements. Why are you guys introducing violence? Why? Have you guys ever sat there and thought that maybe you guys are just brainwashed? And I'm tired of these lefties trying to spin in and do these mental gymnastics to justify it to themselves. That's why it's important to have these arguments. That's why it's important to have these conversations. It's not violence that's going to solve things. It's having these conversations. That's why these debates with like college students that Charlie Kirk does, or even just people in the right-wing sphere of the media, that's why it's important that they talk to regular people, or even just have a voice online, because that's what's going to help de-radicalize these. But what did you guys think about this? Sound off in the comment section below. Give this video a like if you liked it, and if you really liked it, please consider subscribing to my channel. I got more content, I got a bunch more content, political content, debates, a whole bunch more. I decided to try something new out here on my channel. I want to try to branch out a little bit, do my own thing a little bit more often. So let me know what your thoughts of what you thought about it. I'll see you guys later.